Yeah. So I was talking to my godson. He's 8. And I talked to you about this a little earlier. He had the idea that my husband should have ate all of the herbs in that little garden so that he could be like a super god. What do you think? That's just mindset of an 8-year-old.
I would teach him about heroin.
What?
Because you feel like a god when you're on drugs. And if you do too much, you'll die.
Okay.
Hey, this is Jared White. I'm chilling in the brown chair right now, wearing my fancy smartwatch. Ka-chow.
And I'm just Joshua B. Easy. And
This is the Takeoff Anytime podcast.
All right. So, another episode. Today it's just me and my brother Jerry.
Yo, the black people.
And as well, we got our sister, Miss Portia Baltimore.
Sister from another mister.
Hola.
Power to be.
Weird ass.
No, you're supposed to say what up. You said hola. You ain't Spanish. Ain't no part of you Latina.
What up, though?
You're supposed to say black power.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Throw the fist up and...
I know. We just got out of
You know what? I'll touch on that.
You'll touch on that.
Because when I went to go see the movie, I had to go get like my Black Girl Magic shirt. It was like a long line of people buying all kinds of stuff just to go see the movie.
You see that?
What do you mean? Where? What do you mean?
Like the t-shirt stands.
Portia.
I got a black girl.
What? Y'all went shopping like to the mall or something before
I
the
went
movie?
to the mall the night before and I bought a Black Girl Magic shirt.
You know, the movie did make me want to get more in touch with my African ancestry. You
Really
know,
now?
like I actually looked up like African design clothing on YouTube, not on YouTube, but on Google, and I'm gonna start buying some. You know what I'm saying? Because they have some sweet ass clothes. Like, did y'all see the red carpet when all the black folks were there dressed up in the black attire or African attire?
I did.
That was pretty sweet.
Pretty. Like the colors. The color scheme. Awesome.
I always this whole time Black Panther's been out, I feel like I'm the Uncle Sam, not the Uncle Sam. What do you call it? The Uncle Tom. Yeah, thank you. One of those white people names. The Uncle Tom out of the group. Because although I thought the movie was amazing on all levels, you know what I'm saying? I was happy it was all black for the most part. Black director, black actors. They did amazing jobs. It wasn't just like a whole bunch of stuff you see in like one of those New York YouTube miniseries. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really good and very top notch. Here's my gripe. Why is everyone completely just turned to Africans after this? Tell me.
What?
What do you mean?
Because now everyone's wearing an African shirt. Everyone learns how to play the drums, apparently.
Who is everyone?
You know, because I be on my Facebook and everyone's going in. Like, I seen this girl was like, if your hair ain't long and natural and dreaded like this, and you cut your hair to go to work and work for the corporation, you're a sellout. Or maybe I just wanted short hair. You ever thought about that? Maybe I just want some goddamn short hair. But I have to look like goddamn T'Challa or goddamn Killmonger now that the Black Panther came out. I feel like a lot of people have this sense of like crazy entitlement that they know they cannot live up to right now. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of black women want you to be a superhero, but none of them are going to become scientists. None of them are going to learn how to be warriors. So why I got to become a superhero? Huh?
Who the hell have you been talking to?
Oh, my Facebook has
Yeah,
me
man, I'm
pissed.
lost.
Because it's just a movie. When you leave there, I felt a sense of pride. Did I feel entitled to anything? No. Did I want to go see it again? Yeah, just to support. Because when was the last time we had something that we can say, yeah, I'm proud of that? Since Donald Trump has been in office. Please tell me.
Hidden Figures?
I did see Hidden Figures.
Yeah,
more than once.
Great movie. It was a great movie.
That was after Trump?
Yeah. I think so.
I don't think it was.
think it was.
Maybe. No, it was right before.
I think Obama was still in.
Oh, it was on the
office.
right end. It was coming in. I think, yeah, Moonlight. Moonlight was probably the club. Was that?
We don't
I didn't
claim
see
that
one
one.
like.
You don't claim.
No.
Black people do not claim gay stuff, do
No,
you?
we don't claim that one.
I just didn't see. It didn't look. I don't know. It didn't look interesting.
Because you don't want to see two dudes kissing. That's what that is.
I don't.
Yeah, let's
I
be
don't.
honest.
No.
And here's my thing. I like I said, I enjoy Black Panther, and I'm really happy it all came together. I'm happy it wasn't just crap.
Now, no one ever talks about the mad. To me, I'm sorry, but the mad racist scene that was in the movie
What scene was that?
when they were in the casino, and it was literally the blacks against the whites.
Were they white?
Yeah, they were
I was
all
gonna
white.
say I don't know what they were.
What?
I don't think they were.
But I guess.
They were all white. It was literally blacks versus whites.
But I mean, if you think about it, it was only 3 of them that came.
No, that was a whole casino full.
No, well,
It might have been some Asians in there that I didn't.
I don't think they
pick
were
out.
white, man. I think they
No,
were like
bro.
Italian or something.
They
Russian. Maybe.
come on now,
What?
that's still white.
Is it?
If you don't have the melanin in your skin, it's a black versus white.
That's just
That
racist.
part of that's what I'm saying. They had a full racist scene in that movie.
Then where do Mexicans lie?
The Mexicans don't lie anywhere because they weren't in that scene. I mean, really, and like I know this is stupid because I thought about this as well in the movie, and I don't want to give too many spoilers for people who haven't seen it. But if you haven't seen it, it's been out for 3 weeks now. Fuck you. Anyway,
Damn. I know, right?
the end of the movie when it was basically the tribes against each other, all I could think about at that time of the movie, I was like, damn, there's so much black on black crime going on right now. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Really?
But what do you expect? What do you expect though? If you, I grew up with a whole bunch of cousins living under the same roof a lot of times. We fought. Eventually, you gonna fight. Who else you gonna fight if it's only y'all?
Right. When you're in your own country or whatever, of course it's gonna be the same people fighting against the same people. I mean, it's the same thing when you look at like King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table,
Right.
and that stuff like that. It's whites against whites. I understand that, but it was just the fact that there's so much stigmatism around the American population of black on black violence and black on black this and black on black that, and then the movie that was black on black. It was like, damn.
Well, I mean, what else can you do? Because that's not, to me, that's not really a black on black situation. That's more of like an ideal versus situation, like who's like ideal versus idea. You know what I'm saying? Because Killmonger had one approach to the situation, and then everyone else in Wakanda, well, at least going under T'Challa, was like, nah, we ain't working for that. So that's why they clashed. It wasn't like how it is in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't, and I'm not trying to say that it was black on black as like you said, like a Chicago or like the stereotypical black on black violence that there is in America right now. I'm not saying nothing like that. It was just, it kind of made me think of that when you saw so many black people fighting against each other, because we have never seen a movie of this magnitude have so many black people together, you know what I'm saying, fighting against each other, you know what I'm saying?
You're
So it was
talking about
like,
the fact that they was actually able to do it on screen. Not the fact that it was black on black, just the fact that it was just that many black people
like
in one movie. Like
right,
this.
like all fighting each other. It was
Got
like
you.
wow.
I got you.
Like
I
you,
got you.
you ain't never seen no shit like that before.
I've never seen a rhino attack anyone either. Never seen that either. Just saying.
A rhino with metal plates on them and shit. That was actually sweet as
It
fuck.
was sweet. And honestly, Josh, you're right. If you heard that and you're like, oh my God, spoilers. Literally, it's been like a month.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I don't know to tell you.
we can't.
Or you shouldn't be listening to it. It's titled Black Panther.
Yeah, exactly. Portia.
Shut up, Jared.
Let's
Was
say,
that
you
louder?
don't put your lips next to that mic so people can hear you. People gonna think I'm a douche to you.
You are.
I am not a douche.
You are.
Okay, well, now look at this. Look at this. I said before on one of the comments on Facebook that I think Killmonger, as a black man, Killmonger is the most relatable supervillain ever.
I can agree.
Ever. And even the situation of how Killmonger became who he is was, it directly kind of relates to black people. You know what I'm saying? Because whether you like it or not, the movie to me was kind of like how black people maybe was supposed to be originally versus who we are now. Okay, as in the African motherland black people,
No, I feel you.
and the Americanized black people. Okay, and in the movie as well, I felt for Killmonger because I felt like when basically the Wakanda treated Killmonger as the the homeland Africans treated us, as in the Wakandans abandoned Killmonger.
I
And-
understand.
Okay, and what I'm saying is that, you know, I understand it's fantasy, and it's maybe arguable that the homeland African people didn't have the technology to come and rescue us like the Wakandans did for Killmonger. But the the issue still remains. Back in the time of slavery, when the white people came to get us or whatever and took us and brought us here, they didn't fight for us. They didn't try to come for us. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, people who are here now, we feel somewhat abandoned or disconnected from the motherland people.
Yeah, but I don't think we're disconnected because we feel like they should have put a Liam Neeson and come found us.
But how
You know
can
what
you
I
say
mean?
we're not disconnected when
like movies.
when most of
I
us,
see.
most of our black people, most of us are black people, we do not know our lineage. The whole term black is derived from, you know, African people basically who do not know their lineage.
No.
It is because look at this. When you talk to someone that's from Africa, and you go to them and like, what are you? They'll say Kenyan, Nigerian, or whatever. They'll tell you where they're from. But
Right.
for us, we can't say that we're Kenyan or anywhere like that because we don't know. All we know is that we're American, and the Americanized term for African is black.
Yeah, but
we don't
that's
know the lineage.
But that goes for almost anybody. The only race that's in America that literally can say that or go about that route saying what tribe they're from are Native Americans. That's really the only people who ever like go that route to saying they know their lineage. My thing is I've always had this issue with people saying that we need to embrace Africa. We need to be more like Africans. I don't believe so. And I have nothing against Africa. From what I've seen, never been there. What I've seen on TV, amazing place. You know what I'm saying? Very gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? And I love natural stuff like that. But but a part of me wouldn't be me if I wasn't American. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think where our roots lie is America. Because that's what we know. Like Africans, like we can't relate to Africans because they're not like. So yes, in a sense, we came from Africa, right? Well, sorry, not in a sense, but we did come from Africa, but so did everyone else. But what happened in that gap is totally different. Africans who stayed in Africa evolved in the way Africans did, going from simple tribesmen to coming up, and some countries in Africa being more like the Western world, as opposed, and then others being more tribal. But blacks, our history comes from slavery, you know what I'm saying? And that's where like pretty much our beginning starts here. And that's the difference.
But you're stopping at slavery.
No, I'm starting at slavery.
Right, exactly. Well, okay,
Because think
I
about
said the wrong word. Yeah, you're starting at slavery instead of starting further back from that.
Because I don't think
That's
there's
all we know.
Yeah, because
That's all we're taught.
Yeah, and I don't think there's a reason to go back. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a reason. I think you should definitely know. You should definitely know that you came from Africa. You should definitely know that's where we're all descendants from. But that's not who we are. Not as black people. I hate to say it, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like we started during those times, because after the first generation, maybe the first 3 generations who were slaves, they were still hanging on to African roots. After that, religion came into play, the Western society came into play, and our ideas are Americanized. That's who we are. And that's why a lot of times it's not that we hate on Africans or we feel so different. It's just that we can't relate because we live 2 totally different lives. It's like if you go to Italy, you can't really relate to people in Italy that much because their heritage is just totally different. Now, it's dope to understand that we all came from Africa, and it's nice to have those ideas, but I don't see us as black Westerners ever going back to that sense like of African pride like that. I just don't see it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't. Like I think you should go take your butt to Africa, see what you want to see, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't foresee every black person changing.
No, not every black person. It's gonna be the woke people versus the
Because
non-woke
when
people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the woke people, some of them, they get on my damn nerves.
They
They
get on my
they get
damn
on my
nerves,
nerves.
but I mean, it's
Can't fault me for what I don't know.
in a way, Jared. It seems like your theory or whatever you're saying is like almost like you're claiming ignorance. You know, because you're saying that we start at slavery, like we don't have anything before that. Like we aren't the descendants of kings and queens, and you know what I'm saying, like we aren't people of God or the tribes that God had chosen. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are picking basically the worst point to start from.
But it's true though. We started at the worst. Why do you think black people?
We started way before then, like
No,
way
listen,
before
man,
that. Like
every this is always the argument. Everyone always say we started as kings and queens. Yes,
no, we all weren't. We all were not kings and queens.
But just like every society, everyone apparently came from Africa. Everyone started from Africa. That's what they said. The first human being was found. Like the human being remains were found in Africa. So everybody is apparently descendants from Africans. So that technically makes everyone African descendant, right? So everyone's African king or queen descendant, right? So we can just pretty much cut that out the whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? Now you talking about like do I feel like I should have more pride because my great to 26 power was a king? Maybe. It's not gonna make me a king. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in my mind, but it's not gonna make me a king in this Western society. And even if I go to Africa right now, I don't know the atmosphere of Africa. I don't know how to relate to them like that. I don't know how to move amongst African people. I just don't. It's nice. I would love to be. Don't get me wrong. When I talk to Africans in America, I'm like, the things you say is dope. The things you believe in is dope. But it's not for me. It's not gonna change my ideas, man. It just because you. The thing about it, it always kills me. If it's so great, if we all need to just move back to Africa, why do people come over here? Think about it. Why? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Africa. I'm just wondering if it's so great and everybody should just stay in Africa. Why do people come here? There's no reason to. If you have a utopia, why leave it?
Because it's not utopia.
Thank you. But they don't go back though. That's the thing.
Some do. I mean,
No, they go back to visit.
I don't get what's the point of what you're saying.
What I'm saying is you're trying to throw this idea in my face like I have to be some type of like prideful black person because I'm a descendant of Africa. Like, dude, I'm a descendant of a lot of things, man. And I can tell you right now, I'm not just black, dude. There's a little bit of white in me. Probably some Korean. I don't know how this line go. I never took my ancestry. You know what I'm saying? So am I supposed to be, if I'm supposed to look up to all the Germans too? You know what I'm saying? Am I supposed to go to Korea and learn about Korea as well? What if I'm a little bit of Scottish? Am I supposed to go get a kilt? That's racist, but I'm just saying, am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to go back to caveman times because that's where we're descendants from? It's crazy. I appreciate people's ideas and thoughts in politics and religion in their society because that's your society. But as a Westerner, it's not me. It's just not going to fit me. It's just not. Because even America, when we go over to other countries to go visit, we take our ideas with us. Mm-hmm. We don't adapt to their culture like that. It takes a while for us to adapt.
Okay.
So how you think you're going to be if you go to Africa tomorrow?
Did the movie at all make you want to find out your lineage?
The only thing the movie made me really consider is the fact that there are black people have this line between us. There's the rich and there are poor black people. In terms of like black people who can do stuff for you and black people who are suffering. That's what I got from the movie. And then a lot of people who have the resources to do something won't do anything. They promote blackness, they promote all this stuff, but when's the last time you seen them do something? And I'm not saying it's all of them. I've seen a lot of black like entrepreneurs, entertainers, all this stuff do great things for the black community. But a lot of them don't either. I mean, so that's what I got from the movie. And at the end, I was really appreciative that he was like, okay, I understand now. Because as black people, a lot of times we're so stubborn that we won't even change our ideas. But he was big enough to say, okay, no, I see the flaw in what we were doing. And now we're going to help the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? Is it going to backfire? I don't know. I hope not. But that's what I got from it. What?
I don't know, man. I got lost in everything you're saying. I'm like,
No, I understood for the most part. I don't know how we got there, but I understood what you were saying.
And don't get me wrong. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack. A lot of black people going to be like, oh, this motherfucker here working for the white man, little white man. It's not that, man. It's not that.
But that was pointed out in the movie. Now, when I saw the movie, I didn't really read that deep into the movie until I started listening to like Charlamagne interview. Mm-hmm. I love Charlamagne the God, just to say that. Some points it did make you think, but when I left the movie theater, I wasn't thinking of anything extra besides I just felt great that we had a black superhero. Right. That was it. I didn't think about going back to Africa. I didn't think to do that just because I watched the movie.
Right.
Maybe if one day I want to pursue that, then fine. But it'll be because I want to do it, not because I watched this movie.
Right.
Because it's going to be this wave that everybody on for right now. Mm-hmm. And then once this die down, it'll be over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just what people do. Period.
Right.
I think it's okay to ride the wave right now because basically the movie is what sparked that flame, in your mind to want to look up your lineage, to want to, finally take pride in what you are or what you once were. I think, the movie had me thinking a lot, what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the ideology that Killmonger gave in the movie was like so spot on to us modern day black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we had the power to take over the world, I think majority of us black American people would totally do it.
Yeah, but what would be the point?
To basically put us back on top. To give glory back to our people. To make, per se, the white people pay for what they've done to us for all them slavery years.
But for what?
For us to for the paradigm to shift.
Here's my thing. I don't understand what you mean because there's a lot of anger that black people naturally that we just have it. Maybe it's just years of oppression. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But trying to flip the scales completely so we end up on top is not the way to go about it.
Of course not.
Not a payback either.
Of course it's not. But I can probably say, like I said, a large percentage of the black American community would take that. If the black American could get their hands on vibranium weapons right now and take over the world, I think we would.
You think so?
I think so.
I think the nigga down the street got his hand on vibranium, he'll shoot his cousin. That's what I think.
I really cannot disagree with that.
Yeah, and it's sad as it sounds like I'm thinking a joke, but I'm dead fucking serious when I say that.
Dead ass. Because there are so many, as us black people in the black community, we are not together. You know what I'm saying? We do not look out for one another. We don't support one another. We don't, put into our own communities to try to build our own foundation. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we knew 30 black people and we put, $30 into an account, in a joint account, all of us, mm-hmm. for like a year or whatever, dude, we'll have like millions of dollars. And then that $30, that seed that we sowed can basically create, Africa town, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or oasis or whatever it is, just like the Mexicans have or the Asians have. You know what I'm saying? But black folks, we don't care about each other like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's so fucking sad to say that shit because like we don't have no unity amongst ourselves.
And that's what we should be fighting for. We shouldn't be fighting to get to the top of the pyramid. We should be getting to unify ourselves. But here's the problem. The best we've done unifying as a culture has been the Black Panthers. in the beginning when the Crips were first originated and Bloods first originated. Now I understand what you squint your eyes for about when I say Crips and Bloods, but when they were first, like the inception of Crips and Bloods was there to protect their neighborhoods. That's what they were. They were the modern day Black Panthers for their neighborhoods. But then that changed because radicalism changed it. That's the problem. Because even with the Black Lives Matter, it's great for what it tries to do, but there's always those who take it above and beyond and destroys it. It evolves into something that becomes so negative. Now, when's the last time you seen hashtag Black Lives Matter?
Not in a while, actually.
Exactly, because I hate to say it, but Black people, we band together in the worst of times. Yeah. That's still, and then when shit starts to cool down, we go back to being isolated and only caring about us and the people around us.
Yeah. And like for me, I'm sorry to say, but I never supported the Black Lives Matter movement. You know, I supported the ideal of it, but I think the Black Lives Matter movement went about it all wrong. Because when you say Black Lives Matter, to a person who doesn't know what you're talking about is gonna basically think that you're putting Black lives above others, or the Black Lives Matter, and you don't, or whatever. It's like you're prioritizing one over the other. If they would have said Black Lives Matter 2, that'd have been a whole nother paradigm. It would have been a lot different. It's like the Black people took it and they ran with it just because it said Black, because it had Black with it.
Right.
Like, did you ever see when back before the election, back when Bernie Sanders was still trying to be president, Bernie Sanders was somewhere, I can't remember, but he was somewhere, giving a speech or whatever, and like this Black girls got up there and was basically screaming at Bernie Sanders to let her speak.
Yeah, I seen that.
And Bernie Sanders was like, this is my stage. I will let me say what I came here to say, and then we'll ask questions and we'll talk what you want to talk about at the end. And she was being such a nigger, and was completely disrespecting my man's, and trying to take his platform away when they were there for him. And he said that he will give you your time. You know what I'm saying? But they chose not to. Like you said, it's like one bad apple will literally fucking ruin it for everybody. And a large batch of rotten apples fucked up that movement.
Yeah, it's because Black people will always be split between the philosophies of Martin Luther King versus Malcolm X. So I really think that's true. We're either going to be passive aggressive but getting our voice heard in numbers, or we're going to be like, no, we're tired of this, and we're going to be a little more forceful. But the problem is, if you're passive, then no one takes you serious. Not these days.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
There's a direct correlation between Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X versus T'Challa and Killmonger.
There is. Oh yeah. But that's literally what it is.
Found? Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
A while ago.
Yeah, and that's why I've always looked up to those two men, because those ideas are like the pinnacle of every Black response. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One or the other.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And it's not that one's a right way and one's wrong. It's just how you look at it. And like you said, the Black Lives Matter. When I first seen it, I understood, damn, a lot of Black people are being killed. You know what I'm saying? We matter. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, the ideology behind it was there. Yeah, but just the way the execution of it was all wrong.
But I do think I agree with the wording was a little off, because people were looking. See, the thing is, people don't look to understand. We don't people, especially Americans, we don't go into a conversation to understand. We go into a conversation to win. You know what I'm saying? Like you may got the best knowledge ever, but unless you're agreeing with me, I'm not going to agree with you. And that's the one of the worst. This is why relationships are so hard, because people don't want to be the wrong one. You know what I mean?
Well, that, and people don't want to take responsibility for what they've done, or they want to turn a blind eye to things. Like, people always want to cry wolf when there's nothing to cry wolf for, in a way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel
You know,
you.
like black people in general. You know how I'm tired of black people always saying, that they want their reparations and shit like that. You know, to me, now this is gonna be far left, and I'm gonna get some flack for this, okay? But I think that black folks, we did get reparations. We did, and I say this because right now we can all say that our lives in today's time is a lot better than what it was 50, 60 years ago. Back when, you know, Malcolm X and Dr. King was here, or even back before then, our lives are much better. And why? Because yeah, they did, fight the good fight and fight for our rights and everything. But there are a group of good white people that that fought for us too. The group of white people, they took it to Congress and there was like, we need to allow them to live and to not be ridiculed and to drink from the same fountains and basically have equality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like there was a group of good white people that gave us what they could give us. Okay? We got to understand that we can't get money, like the Indians. They couldn't give that. They couldn't give that to us. You know what I'm saying? But they gave us what they could give us, and that was an equal opportunity to make ourselves great, just like the white people can. And it's sad because the good white people, they did that for us, but there is a larger population of per se bad white people, who are still trying to constantly put us down, or keep us in a sunken place.
Using that, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, they're trying to keep us in that sunken place. But now they can't contain us any further. You know what I'm saying? But that came from that good group of white people, along with the black abolitionists who fought for us. You know what I'm saying? That's our form of reparations. You know what I'm saying? And people just want to think of it as in money. People want handouts. They want things given to them. They don't want to work for it. We were given the American dream. And the American dream is the ability to get what you want and what you earn.
I wouldn't say that we were giving the American dream. I
don't think it's equal either.
Yeah, I would say we're taking the American dream.
But it's more level than what it used to be, though.
Well, yeah, because every chip away from the stone, puts a hole in the wall. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like, and I honestly don't feel like black people have the same chance. I feel like it's possible, but I feel like we've been, I don't want to say victimized, but we've been in a situation having these ideas for long, feeling like we're constantly lower, that it's almost hard to get out of it. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, it's hard to get out of it, but I mean, to each of his own. If you are willing to put in the work, the blood, sweat, and tears to get what's yours or what you deserve, then you can achieve it nowadays. You couldn't do that back in the day.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. But I feel like it always go back to the thing of there's something always stopping you. And for black people, it always comes down to me, well, at least to me, as it came down for the end of the lives of MLK and Malcolm X. Meaning, when you get to a point where you're making change, someone's going to take you out, or someone's gonna take you out. It's either gonna be someone from an outside force or someone within.
Right, and that ultimately plays back into, like I said, that unfortunately, big group of bad white people, that don't want us to come up, who don't want us to be on an equal level as them.
But I don't even think it's just white people, man. Because you go back to the movie. Like there's black people out there too who just don't.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, we were sold into slavery by our own people.
I don't know, man. I think the whole situation is there's too many angles for anything to be right. What I would say as a black person, what I wish we would do as a community is just learn how to get ourselves into a better place. That's it. Either it's together, like we got a whole after school situation where we teach each other about credit and debt and financing and savings and realize, how to do these things, get ourselves in more things than just basketball and sports. We learn how to become engineers and developers. You know what I mean? Yeah, scientists and doctors. We learn how to do these things because I was talking to this Indian dude literally yesterday, and I was asking, I was like, "What do you do?" You know what I mean? He lives out more by the Troy area of Michigan. I was like, "What do you do?" He was like, "I'm a developer." I was like, "Damn." I was like, "I keep running into a lot." I was like, "Please don't take this offense." I keep running into a lot of Indians, and you guys are all developers. What's up with that? And he was like, "That's what we do." And I was like, I heard that you stay in the same home for a long time until you finish school, until you get your master's. Then once you're completely set up, then that's when you travel off. He said, "Yeah, that's what we do." And I thought that was the smartest thing ever that I've heard.
If you mean like in their family home?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They literally take care of each other from the same spot until you're ready to branch off. And every time I drop them off, because I do, I drive people around and stuff. Every time I drop them off, they're always in a nice house in a nice part of the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
But you said Indian though, right?
Yeah.
Because Indians get that. I don't know what that money is called that they get, but they get that money just for being a certain percentage of a tribe. They get that money. That's a hand. That's their reparation.
I'm not saying Native Americans.
That's what you said.
No. I said Indians. You thought I meant Native Americans.
There's a difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Indians, as in from India, Indians.
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah.
All right. You said Indians like.
I don't mean like cowboys and Indians.
I knew what you were talking about.
No, when you say Indians, I'm thinking Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? Not like Indians from India.
I never thought about it that way, Judge Brown. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I knew.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the dumb one. I digress.
But if you think about it, if we as a black people, because there's so much black stuff on this episode, if we as black people kind of kept to those ideas, not saying we had to live under the same house, but kind of like built each other up and then set each other up to do good, how would things be? Because right now it's a pretty much me society between amongst us.
It's you against me.
Yeah.
It's like Pac said, it's me against the world.
Yeah, I don't hear about Indians shooting each other.
But they might.
They might though. Yeah, they might.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard it either. I've never heard Indians doing it. I've never heard Asians doing it. Mm-mm. Shoot, in at least in Michigan, I don't really hear about Latinos doing it.
Yeah, not in Michigan, California,
Cali, that's a different
or Arizona situation. Or some shit like that.
Yeah,
like even if you look at other countries like Australia, that shit doesn't happen.
It just doesn't, and it always makes me think, what kind of community are we that we constantly will not? We will only lift each other up at the height of something, but we'll be so quick to pull the trigger the next second. Why do we do that?
Oh,
I don't know either.
Yeah, and that's the question no one can answer, and that's why I hate it, and that's why I started at the beginning of this episode when people ride a wave like this and they go into this, you need to change your life situation, because you're not going to change your life. You're not going to become a scientist. You're not even going to learn patois and go to Africa. So why are you choking this down my throat? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, people always say, especially in the movies, like, since Black Panther came out, saying you need to know more about your African roots, know about your history. But if we're so close and we need to bridge the gap, do Africans who come over here watch these movies, do they look back in history and see it as a black Western society or community what we went through?
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. So it's almost like you're not inviting us to go to Africa. The idea is just there.
I mean, I don't want to learn shit about Africa. I want to know about my own lineage. Where did I come from?
Who? Him? Yeah. You gotta let him do his thing.
Said what?
Shit, they gonna come for you.
What?
They gonna ride on you, Josh.
You gotta say what you said in the mic. What did you say?
They gonna cut your head off.
Why?
What did you just say?
I don't want to learn about Africa. Why? I don't. I just want to know about where I came from.
Yeah, I'm just saying, go ahead. Do your thing.
That's it. I'm just saying. I don't want to look up African history and know about the tribes and apartheid and all that kind of stuff. I just want to know my ancestry.
Right. But that's the thing though, and that's what I was saying in the beginning. I don't think there's a reason to know it unless you're trying to get spiritually inclined. You know what I'm saying? Or enlightened, I should say. Mm-hmm. If you're not, then there's just no reason to know it. It's just not.
Yeah, it's not going to affect me. It doesn't going to change anything about my life.
Yeah, because nothing that happens in Africa, for the most part, is affecting what's happening here to us as Western black people.
No.
It just doesn't. It does not correlate. It does not at all. It's cool to think of. Mm-hmm. It's nice. It's a nice dream to think of black utopia. But I mean, just because everything is black doesn't mean everything's going to be right. We still going to have wars. Still going to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Still going to be black on black crime.
Still going to be black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. That's why I said I would love to go to Africa, but I ain't changing. I ain't getting nationality over there anytime soon.
Even though I do want to wear some African clothes. They were pretty sweet.
Do it. Wear your African clothes, man.
I am. I'm about to get some.
Yeah, you already wear everything from China.
Very true. I never thought about it like that, but that's very, very true.
Hey, I'm not dumb. I know a little bit of something about how the world works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking to my godson. He's 8. And I talked to you about this a little earlier. He had the idea that my husband should have ate all of the herbs in that little garden so that he could be like a super god. What do you think? That's just the mindset of an 8-year-old.
I would teach him about heroin.
What?
Because you feel like a guy when you're on drugs. And if you do too much, you'll die. You know what's funny? No, never mind.
He also couldn't understand why he shot like the body to his client. And I had to explain to him, he just simply didn't care about her. That's why he killed her. It didn't matter. He was so stuck on doing what he wanted to do. She was just...
She's a pawn.
Yeah. She had to die.
She gotta go.
Just like old boy from Get Out. In that movie, he was in a sunken place, though.
Dude, that movie... Okay, I guess we're not going to go on about that. But I'm just saying, that movie was so damn deep. I didn't really understand how deep it was until I heard like the directors and the creators talk about that movie.
Yeah, that's a deep movie. That's a deep movie.
It has so many Easter eggs in that movie that I didn't even see. It was like, whoa.
Yeah. I had to go back. Somebody on YouTube. That's why I get everything explained to me is YouTube. If I don't understand something, I just go YouTube it.
Yeah.
There's so
I do that a lot of how-tos.
You know what movie is going to throw you off even more if you ever watch it? What is that movie called? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal, yes.
Gyllenhaal, yeah, one of his first movies he ever came out with. And there people still watch it. It's like a cult classic now.
Brokeback Mountain?
No. It's a cult classic? Hey, dog, you see Brokeback? God damn, I can't even think of what I was saying now. You looking up all these movies. You could have looked it up already.
I don't know what you're talking about.
God damn it. Jake, I don't know how to spell Gyllenhaal.
Okay, why are you looking up that?
Let's just put Jake J or G.
So, I don't know what his name was in the movie. The guy in Get Out. I don't know what his name was in Black Panther.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so you know how he was so stuck on getting revenge that he kind of threw not his brother, but his brother under the bus and went, Mm-hmm. So people do that. Can you relate to that in real life?
Yeah, that's the modern day black people.
Yeah, just throw him.
He
was so stuck.
Unity.
What happened?
Like when the same person, the star of Get Out,
mm-hmm.
and Black Panther, he was so hell bent on revenge for his family that he basically sided with Killmonger the first chance he got.
Yeah, he did. Because he was the one that
brought what's his face?
Yeah, he kind of resolved his whole issue. Yeah. Oh, Donnie Darko was the movie I was thinking of.
No clue what you're talking about.
Lord Jesus, if you ever watch that movie,
it called?
Donnie Darko. If you ever watch that movie, I guarantee, if you get on the first try, I'll give you $50.
You know what movie I didn't get? Oh crap, I can't even think of the movie. It was with old boy that was jacking Titanic. What is that man? Leonardo
Oh,
DiCaprio.
Leo?
Inception.
I was like, what the
No,
hell is going on?
You say interception?
Inception.
I thought you said interception.
It even
Inception.
came like on my phone because I had a T-Mobile phone and it was a free download. I
That
saw
was
it
a
at
deep
the
movie.
movies
Yeah.
and I was so damn confused. To this day, I still don't get it.
Yeah, I paused it 27 times.
Yeah.
Discuss it with the people I was watching with.
That was a good movie. That was mad deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
just like Gone Girl. We should have brought that up when we were talking about cheating.
Duh.
That girl, she went
I haven't watched that movie.
Oh my
extreme.
goodness.
I just know about
that
it.
movie pissed me off on so many levels. Just the fact that a woman can get away with that.
The person I went to the movies with, he just kept looking at me like,
I'm mad that she got away with it, and then my man stayed with her.
Because that's life, man. Women always gonna win.
Oh man, that was the
You
most
think
pissing
so?
off movie ever.
You name me one time a woman didn't win, besides in the OJ case.
that was so wrong. That was so wrong.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I think that topped any asshole thing that I ever said.
That's why you shouldn't be cheating.
Donkey of the day goes
You don't let
to.
some other
Damn.
man drive your man's Bronco? What's wrong with you?
Damn.
Think he killed. Sorry, but go ahead. Before I was so insensitive to a woman cheating.
I don't even know what I was talking about. You threw me all the way off.
You said
Yeah,
women
buddy.
don't always win.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is that all that I thought about? You know, when I was watching that movie, I realized that damn, I can never pronounce the girl name. The one he was like head over heels for. What's her name in real
In
life?
Titanic?
I don't know.
No, in the movie in
Black
Black
Panther?
Panther. The damn, what is that?
I know.
girl's name?
Oh, I never.
I don't know her name.
Oh
She
crap!
cute though.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful.
Yeah, I was like, hey.
I just hope that after this, you know, dark skinned women that have a problem with their skin color, embrace your chocolate and go about your business. Please do.
I didn't realize how big her butt was in the movie. Like,
Oh my gosh, that's what he got out the movie.
no, like you don't see her butt in the movie. Like I'm saying, like I didn't see that until they show like pictures of her like on a red carpet and stuff. I was like,
She got a duke.
damn, that's why he wanted her.
Black women got dukes.
You know.
Sorry, I
real.
had an inside joke in my head. There was no way y'all was gonna laugh with me because no one heard it. Literally just me.
Wow.
Portia, so now that you're here, you know, I was going to discuss something before, but I decided to go against it. So now that you're here and you get to see us in person on the podcast, what do you think?
I like it. Oh, am I supposed to be talking into the mic?
No, just talk.
I like it. I want to come back. Womanizer. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap the episode up right there. Want to give another special thank you to my very, very good friend, LaPortia Baltimore.
She came back.
Again.
All right, Jared, any last words?
Ooga booga, but no. Last words.
Okay.
We really enjoyed the movie, and if you haven't seen it, go see it.
I guess that was his last word. Stupid. All right. Once again, this is the wrap for another episode of the Takeoff Anytime podcast. We love and appreciate everybody who fucks with us. And if you don't fuck with us, oh well, we're going to take off anyway. I'm Be Easy, and we out.